You shouldn't, unless you want your music to sound like this. You see, whereas a straight major chord can give you a sense of purpose and belonging, the major 7 asks questions. Are we home? Are we having a good time? How did you find my dress? Where's my family? But it goes deeper than that, and I'm going to explain to you why and when you should use them. So, I do a series called Super Fast Music Theory, where I dive into music theory concepts, but in short form video. You can find that here. However, I thought I'd try my hand at longer videos like this one. Now, short form video engagement doesn't always translate to longer form videos, so if you are enjoying this, then consider interacting, because it helps me out and it lets me know what you want to see. Help me help you. So what do I mean by a major 7 chord? Well, essentially, every note of the scale is assigned a number. And we know that major chords need 1, 3 and 5 to be called major. Please make sure you have all your belongings with you. But what's this all about? Is it major? How do we know? What makes a major 7 chord? It's a 7th note that occurs naturally in the major scale. It's a 7th note that naturally occurs. Yeah, no, I was going to say that. So if I take the same chord and make it minor and use the naturally occurring 7th in the minor scale, does that make it a minor 7? So a major 7 is 1, 3, 5, and the naturally occurring 7. Great.
Nice one. Who cares?
But why use it? Surely it just feels faffy and like you're trying too much. It's for jazz nerds in the upper class. There couldn't possibly be a reason for me, the average Joe, to regularly use major 7 chords. He says, perfectly setting up a reason for him, an average Joe, to regularly use major 7 chords. Okay, let me pose you a question. Is what you're writing rooted or secure or safe? Is that the feeling that you want to convey with this? Major chords are a good basis for any song or composition, but they often don't tell the whole story. I liken it to learning a new language. I'm learning Spanish at the moment. My wife is Spanish, and we decided to text each other one day just in Spanish so that I could improve my skills and be immersed in the language. There was one problem, however, and that was that due to my lack of knowledge of complex ideas or specific phrases in the language, I was unable to fully express myself, which meant that a lot of the conversations just kind of fell flat. What I wanted to say was, my love, as the morning sun rose to its highest peak on this day, I felt myself overcome with the most terrible hunger. This lust for sustenance, it seemed unending, and alas, I had not prepared myself for such misfortune. Cogs and gears whirred away in my mind as I was stabbing around in the dark for some sort of solution, and it came to me. Twain arches of light, more golden than any lock of hair could pray to be. I indulged, and thus my appetite was sated, finally. But instead I said, forget lunch, had McDonald's. Okay, it's a bit exaggerated, I know, but the parallels I'm trying to make are the same. A major chord, in some circumstances, can only take you so far. It's too final, it's too known, but this says something entirely different. Here, I'm rooted, I'm planted in this feeling. But here, I'm wistful, I'm nostalgic, I'm trying to remember something. Is it something good or something sad? Well, my theory is that because the 7th is so close to the tonic again, that it can be used as a home chord, but maybe something slightly off. It's so close, but it's just not quite there. Whether that thing is good or bad is honestly up to the context of the composition. It can give depth to something that maybe didn't have it before. Or it can give a sense of doubt. Not a lot of doubt, mind you. I mean, that might be reserved for something a little spicier, but it's certainly enough to make your definition of the chord a little looser. You know? Now, obviously, it does take more than just a major 7 chord to make a good tune, which is why you should stick around to find out why you should use a minor 7, a major 6, a minor 6. Oh my gosh, minor 6 chords are incredible. A lot of the examples I've used today have had the root chord be the major 7, but actually the 4 chord is also a naturally occurring major 7 chord. In fact, every degree of the scale has a naturally occurring 7. They're just not always major. Some of you might have watched this and thought, well, duh, isn't that obvious? I use major 7s all the time, and congratulations. This is music theory for idiots, and at the end of the day, we're all idiots, and if we can't admit that to ourselves, then how will we learn anything new? I do hope I've brought a new perspective on major 7 chords, but as always, do whatever you want. If you haven't used major 7 chords before though, I challenge you to do so. They bring so much more depth. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, then let me know. There's a like button. I'm posting on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, but I'd love to continue diving into music theory concepts in longer form videos such as this one. And if you want to know why you should use minor 7 chords, then check out my next video.